Hey Soccerlanders, welcome back to the channel. My name is 𝗏𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗲𝗏. I'm back at it again to do some big business today. Today we're actually talking about how to choose your favorite soccer club to root for. First things first, it's FIFA. So if you like playing video games, it's entertaining to play FIFA, and you can play with friends as well who like to play FIFA. So that's first thing. But if video games are not for you, no problem. Go outdoors and play soccer and meet people there and see what teams they like, what teams your friends like or your family likes. If there's someone who watches soccer on a regular basis, ask them and see how and why they decided to root for that team. Actually, my journey with FC Barcelona started exactly this way. So what happened was, back in 2008, I started to play FIFA, and I was getting into the football, and also there was a very big tournament that happened at the time. It was European Championship, UEFA Euro 2008 it was. So all the European nations were playing against each other to see which country is the best. At the time it was Spain, but because I'm from Uzbekistan and I'm from ex-USSR country, I know how to speak Russian well. And back then we were rooting for Russian national team, and they made it to semifinals, and it was such an incredible moment. I was like, wow, this game is brilliant because of all the emotions we experienced at the time. So I started to getting into it, right? And then it continued with FIFA games, and then when it comes to choosing FC Barcelona, that's where my peers came in. My friend was into Barcelona already, and we liked playing FIFA together, and we liked choosing FC Barcelona together. And so I decided to follow FC Barcelona, and still to this day do not regret it, even if at current times, the last 6-7 years now, Real Madrid is better than FC Barcelona, our biggest rivals. But that's okay, we'll come back one day. But you might ask, Bob, what happens if I don't have any peers? I don't have any peers that follow soccer. What then? How do I choose my favorite club? And by the way, in this edition we're talking about choosing top club. And when it comes to top clubs in soccer, all of them are in Europe. And maybe one day that will change, but all of them are in Europe. So if you are looking for choosing a club from United States so that you can, locally go to the games and be present in stadiums, right? Connect with your peers, which is one of the integral parts of being a soccer fan. It's really fun to connect with people through soccer and root for a team and be close to your team, be in the same city. That's for the next videos, unless you live in Europe and you live in a city where there's a top club playing in your city. That's for the next video, where we're going to talk about rooting for local teams or underdogs, or we're going to talk about rooting for MLS teams. That's 2 different videos, so 3 videos we're going to talk about in total, this being the first one, how to choose yourself a favorite team. This edition is about top European teams, and when it comes to European teams, again, if you don't have any connection to them, but you still want to support top level soccer, be involved in top level, right? Watch top teams trying to win the biggest prizes in European soccer, in world soccer, you gotta follow one of these guys. You know what I mean? So when it comes to those top 5 leagues, each league has their top clubs, and those top clubs are being presented in Champions League. And the Champions League is the most interesting tournament in world football. So if you want to follow Champions League and actually have a team that you care about a lot, this is the way to go. Like either Barcelona, from Spain, let's start naming those top top clubs. There are only maybe like 10 of them. First being FC Barcelona from Spain, Real Madrid from Spain, 𝗔𝗯cie Madrid from Spain, right? So these are clubs that are in Spain. From England, we have Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal. Those are the top 5, and there are teams, yes, that are like Tottenham, but don't support Tottenham, please. And there's like, do yourself a favor. A lot of heartbreak and headaches will be avoided. And also there's Newcastle. They're gonna probably be a top club pretty soon. They're on their way, and there are more clubs, but they're still considered as more like an underdog, because historically the first 5 that I named are the ones that always go for the big prices, right? The top 4. From Germany we have Bayern Munich, and then if you like the alternative, there's also Borussia Dortmund. If you don't want to like join the bandwagon, right? It's like, oh, I'm gonna be following the team that always ends up being first anyway. In Germany, the closest thing to being a top club other than Bayern Munich from Germany is Borussia Dortmund. But let me tell you, when Borussia Dortmund does become champion of Germany, it's that much sweeter. It feels great. Whereas if you follow Bayern Munich, yeah, it's kind of nice that you're a champion of Germany, but it's expected from you, right? So it's not always roller coaster of emotions. But if Borussia Dortmund wins it, when you support Borussia Dortmund, you're like, hell yes, finally we beat Bayern Munich. Finally they're not the champions. It's been 10 years. They were champions in a row. So finally we stopped them. So there's much more passion, right? There's longer storytelling when it comes to that, but the payoff, the reward, maybe is sweeter. Historically, it was Bayern and Borussia Dortmund, lately at least the last 10-12 years, but this year Bayer Leverkusen is set to become German champions of 23-24 season. So by the time this video will be published, I think Bayer Leverkusen is going to become champions of Bundesliga in 2024, which means that we are having a new powerhouse emerging to German landscape, and next year they will be also in Champions League. So if you would like to select a team to root for, especially when the main manager Xabi Alonso decided to stay for the next season as well with the team, which means that Bayer Leverkusen will keep going strong at it. So I think this is a good team to start rooting for someone and support and watch soccer. But you know, even with top clubs, it's not like you don't have any storytelling. There's a lot of storytelling actually when it comes to the top club. It's not like there's no pain when you support top club as well. And me as a Barcelona fan knows this really well. There's up and downs, like in anything actually. I mean, there's up and downs, good times and not so good times, bad times, right? But yes, when it comes to the top clubs, it's also a roller coaster ride as well, because your team cannot always be at the greatest level, right, and above everybody else. Of course, they will also be losing sometimes, or they will have years of where they should not be realistically or historically, but they are for some reason, like Manchester United, for example, or Arsenal. Well, Arsenal is getting better, gladly. Don't worry, you will not be bored following a top club. But at least most likely, you are watching Champions League every season and be passionate about it, which is awesome. So we also have France. Paris Saint-Germain is the top club in that country. They are from Paris, and yeah, if you like French people, if you like France, maybe one day you want to visit Paris, and go to a soccer game of your favorite team, and just the idea of that, oh wow, like my favorite team is in Paris. Oh, that's romantic. you you might want to follow Paris Saint-Germain and make it your favorite team. Also, there is Italy, where Juventus, Milan, and Inter, and Napoli, and possibly Roma are considered as top dogs of this industry of soccer, right? What also comes to my mind when it comes to choosing your favorite club is the fact that each club has its own style, and they have their logo, they have their jerseys, they have their players, and all of that is one unit of what makes a certain club appealing to people. And so there's also even values and traditions of that club which you can find appealing. So choosing a club is like in Avatar, you know, having that bond with that creature like a horse, right? In Avatar, when you like sort of intertwine with that creature and became one unit, now you have that special bond for years to come. So it's kind of like that, selecting your favorite club. And so for me it was Barcelona, but for you guys it can be other clubs, right? If you want to support top club, and one of the reasons also to support top club is that a lot of people across the world support that club, and it's much easier to, even if you don't live in that city, like for example I don't live in Barcelona, I live in San Diego, to still find people that like your team and connect with people like that and meet new people. And even if when I was living in Uzbekistan, it's a third world country, Uzbekistan, but there were a lot of Barcelona supporters, so you can find them anywhere, make friends with them, and it's gonna be awesome. Play soccer with them. Who knows, maybe even find your love who is supporting your favorite club. Maybe. Sky is the limit, right? But yeah, coming back to the appeal, Barcelona, for example, has a style of growing their young talents and putting them into the biggest stage of football, and growing them and making them top stars. They sort of create world-class names, biggest stars by themselves, by relying on their academy. Of course, they also buy people too, to make transfers from another teams, but they do have that integral part of like, okay, we're Barca, we're family. The family values of this club starts from Barcelona, Spain, but goes to the whole world. Barcelona communities are together. It's all about the family, and in the club you feel that too. There's generations and generations of players. Maybe their kids play as well after them, or the players become managers of FC Barcelona. So there's that going on for FC Barcelona. But Real Madrid, on the other hand, in Spain, right? Real Madrid is the most successful club in history of this game. They are glamorous. They have the fact that the biggest stars usually want to transfer to Real Madrid. Of course, they want to transfer to Barcelona as well. Don't get me wrong. And we had legendary players like Ronaldinho and Lionel Messi, just to name a few. But when it comes to attraction, right, glamorous attraction to world football, people who don't even know about soccer but have heard their names, quite often you might find them in Real Madrid. For example, David Beckham played in Real Madrid. Cristiano Ronaldo played in Real Madrid. Brazilian Ronaldo played in Real Madrid. List goes on and on. There are a lot of incredible talent who were once at Real Madrid. And so if you like the white collar, if you like what they offer, and what they offer is the fact that we are not always perfect, but we're better than everyone in history. And even if when we have bad times, we stand up, we don't give up, and we fight till the end. And they managed to actually win back in the latest minutes. They are able to sort of show their character and still win their matches, and they even win tournaments, right? They won the most trophies ever in history of football. 14 Champions Leagues under their belt they have, more than everybody else. What they offer is believing in themselves. In the end, we still have that character to prevail and be the best than everybody else. If that's something appealing, and well, it is appealing because that's the appeal of top club, right? To be a part of something big, something successful. You want to be a part of something successful, and Real Madrid is about that success. And don't get me wrong, FC Barcelona is also about that, but Real Madrid is sort of a more glamorous way, if you will. And Barcelona is, historically, they are on the second place. There is a feel, at least right now, of a bit more like an underdog feel where, okay, well, yes, we can become more successful in the world, but to do that, we need to win more trophies than in Real Madrid's history. We need to be able to be claimed as best club in the world. Not only we need to be the best right now, but also be the best for a long time, where we can sort of catch up when it comes to the trophies count, right? So those kind of things, that's a long storytelling as well, where, okay, there's a big enemy, Real Madrid, but we are trying to catch up to them. Like, they have 14 Champions League trophies, we have 5 Champions League trophies, for example. They have certain La Liga titles, we have certain La Liga titles, we're trying to catch up, right? And we do win more La Liga titles in the last decade than Real Madrid, so there's still possibility to catch up to them within this timeline. So within my lifetime, for example, and I hope that I will be living till 80 or 90 years old. But yeah, there's that. So I would suggest, though, for Americans, for English-speaking audience, to root for English-speaking teams, because in England, for example, again, we named them already, the 5 top clubs we have. They speak English. It's easier. You watch their interviews. It's easier to follow them instead of me trying to follow what the coach of Barcelona, 𝗔𝗯cie, has to say, right, in Spanish. And all the players talk in Spanish, and I don't speak Spanish. Maybe a little bit, muy poquito, but that's about it. You know, for people who live in US and are just trying to get into soccer now, I would suggest follow American.
Hi, YouTube.
Hey. Kids, right? But yeah, I was saying I would suggest following MLS, your local team, and British team. My favorite British team, for example, is Chelsea Football Club. They were good. Now they're not so good, but hopefully they'll be good again. But I want to bring back this video to the main point of this video, which is soccer is about community. Soccer is about fun and passion and having a great time, and feel that feeling that no other sport will offer you. Nothing in life will offer you that feeling that football gives you. Football is a religion. Football is something crazy, and following your team is such a joyous thing to do. And so right now we're actually gonna go inside of Barcelona community and watch a game together with them. Let's go.
game is over. 1-0 Barcelona.
So, what's your name?
My name is 𝗔𝗯cie 𝗦𝗃𝗱.
Sergio Lopez. Nice to meet you. So, I have a question for you. So, how did you get into soccer, football, first? And second question, why exactly Barcelona? What made you to choose Barcelona?
It's crazy because I was supposed to be a baseball player when I was a little kid. My brother was really good in baseball, so my mom thought I was going to be a baseball player. So around 8 years old, 9, when I started playing soccer, and I realized I really liked the sport. So that was like my beginning with soccer. I really got into playing and started getting addicted to it pretty much. My love for Barcelona started, I was probably around 10 years old. 10 years old when I started like getting more into football and getting all the teams and stuff like that, players. I think my biggest like turn point and directly to Barcelona football club, it was watching Ronaldinho play. I started when I was like 10 years old. It was around 2006. Special player. It was magical seeing him play. So that's when like I started like really getting into Barcelona. It was for me. It was watching him play was like the best thing ever. So that's when like my love for this started.
I see. So basically favorite players can bring in to support the club, right? So one of the factors can be that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was like my gate opener for the club. It was that specific player, but then I started like just following the club so much. It was him at the beginning, but then it was in general the whole club.
Yes.
The whole club, everything from like just the keeper to forward, everything in between. And started just getting in love with it.
Awesome. I wish I watched Ronaldinho, but I started watching soccer in 2009 actually.
Okay.
When Godzilla came in.
Okay.
So it was like right after. Yeah, that was unfortunate, but yeah, I see in highlights. He's incredible for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was great years. Since I've been watching and following the club, it's been the best. There's no words to describe it, honestly. Just the passion and just in general, like the whole perspective, the whole thing behind it. It's the best.
And what's cool about Barcelona is the fact that we feel united, right? Like it's like a family experience. Like maybe you want to like talk a little bit more about like the special bond we have in Barcelona.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So it's very rare like for other Barcelona fans, like real Barcelona fans, to connect, right? Because they're like all spread out, but you find the ones like, for example, I'm here with my buddies and they've been Barcelona fans for a while too, and so we just connect. It's awesome finding people that just follow the club so much and they stick with it day in, day out, just through the bads and through the goods. It's the best thing ever.
Well, thank you so much for this interview. I really appreciate it, bro.
No problem.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, that was interesting. That was incredible, actually, to be able to connect with Barcelona fans, and we even got to talk to somebody. It didn't come into this video, but I actually was able to talk to president and vice president of Peña Blaugrana Barcelona community. They organize this all the time. Every week they come in here, watch Barcelona game, stay connected with fans, and there's so much more happening with this incredible community. They actually even this year they traveled to Camp Nou, Barcelona Real Stadium, and yeah, there's so much more happening. Again, like I was talking to them, I actually want to make a full interview with them maybe next time, but they welcomed me to this community. They said, hey, like through ups and downs, through good and bad, we stay together. You are part of Peña Blaugrana. You are welcome to always come in here, support Barcelona, be with us, talk to us. And so that was incredible to see, and I'm so grateful for this. And I had a lot of questions I was asking them, and I was able to find out why they created this community, right? And why they root for FC Barcelona. It was awesome to hear their story and then see the passion in their eyes, like the same passion I have for this game. And so yeah, but they even probably have bigger passion because they're like, in 2010 they saw that in San Diego there is no community like this, and decided to create their own non-profit organization like this, bring in people, families. They mentioned how family is important, and seeing them all together here and growing together, supporting Barcelona, that's the best. They were speaking with incredible passion in their eyes, so it was awesome to see. I really had fun today. I wanted to show you what it feels like, what it looks like, and hopefully you got a taste of that a little bit in this video of how it is supporting your favorite club. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and let's spread Soccerland to the whole United States. This movement is only starting, and we're gonna make United States be passionate about soccer, just as basketball, just as American football, etc, 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 because this game is truly incredible. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next ones. Bye bye.